38, Elaine. We will do a call to order. And my secretary is not here, so I will do the call to order today. Butterfield.
Here.
Carter.
Here.
Cooper Surma. Absent. Cluding. Absent. Moyer. Absent. And Vanderven. I'm here.
Missed the one.
We missed him.
Oh, man. Alex and Andrews.
I'm here. You need me. Literally.
I'm looking at it too, and I was like, usually I just you're right there. Just look at the old one. No, you weren't. It wasn't in there.
You got voted off the island.
You were at were you?
Yeah. It says absent though. I mean, I was absent.
Okay, all right. Got me there.
Thanks for noting
All
that.
right, Alex and Andrews is present.
Which dislocation was.
Can I get a motion to approve tonight's agenda? We have 2 orders of business tonight: a land division and commission meeting schedule.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimously. We have the meeting minutes from December 18, 2025. We did have a regular meeting and our joint meeting with the Township Board. I do appreciate it's a pretty good turnout for that. I know Justin couldn't make it, but you guys have had a chance to review that with the extension of the PVM and the zoning ordinance update. Can make a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimously. We have no public hearings tonight, no unfinished business, which brings us to our new business. First one here, land division of platted lot, creating 2 parcels in the R3 zoning district. The applicant, Paul Granzato, 1101 Buttrick Avenue Southeast. Property owner, Walter and Jeanette Clausen Trust. Would the applicant like to come forward and discuss their proposal? Please state your name and which company you're representing.
My
You are
name
not
is
the landowner.
Adam Feenstra with Feenstra and Associates, the engineer for the project.
Paul Granzato, Keller Williams of East Grand Rapids.
Yeah, as you said, we are hoping to divide this piece of property into 2 parcels. Since it is a platted lot, we do have to come before this body here to get approval for that split. I did provide a narrative, which I don't think actually made it in the packet, so I want to kind of read that over, just kind of get our take on this process here. Was it in there?
Have the narrative.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the packet when I went over the packet earlier, so.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yes, the property is zoned R3, medium-density residential. It's served by public sewer, but not by public water. Due to the requirements of the zoning ordinance, that means we need 15,000 square feet and 100 feet of lot width for each parcel. Since this is over an acre in size, it's easy to meet those requirements. The new parcel will be accessed via a new, we call it a private street easement, but it's just for a single driveway. The current property has a circular driveway with 2 access points to Buttrick. The northern driveway is going to be for this new parcel, and the southern driveway will be for the existing house. And we are planning on removing the connections on those driveways to make sure that this northern driveway doesn't serve as a shared access point for these parcels. We will construct the driveway to township standards. And as said, parcel 1 will retain access from that south driveway. The survey, we tried to show all the various aspects that were kind of looked for in the land division application. In addition, there are the standards from the zoning about the objectives behind coming to this body. The first objective is to preserve the township's natural features such as steep slopes, woodlands, wetland streams, and natural roadway corridors. This I would classify as a natural roadway corridor. We don't have any of the other natural features, but we do have that. But fortunately, since this was an existing circular access drive, and we can split that driveway up between the two parcels, we have no intention of disturbing any of the vegetation along that corridor, so it will not change the look along Buttrick at all. Second criteria is to avoid the creation of development patterns characterized by the location of residential lots in a linear, shallow depth, highly visible orientation along major public road corridors. The proposed lot is behind an existing lot, so there's almost zero visibility of the proposed lot from the corridor. Avoid the creation of multiple driveway accesses along public roads. We are not proposing any new driveways or curb cuts. Protect water quality in streams and rivers by encouraging green belts. We aren't adjacent to any of those, so that doesn't really apply to us. Encourage compatibility between new development and existing development on adjoining properties and in the surrounding area. The neighboring lots are all fairly large. The buildable area on this parcel is approximately 300 feet behind the house on the north side. The house on the south side is actually set fairly far back from Buttrick. And so our proposed front yard of the rear parcel is about in line with the front of his house, and the building envelope sits about in line with the back of his house. So there's minimal impact to the south neighbor. The north neighbor would be impacted. That's why we have the row of evergreen screening along the north line. I did see that the staff did point out that we don't have details on what that screening looks like. We can definitely hash that out. I would anticipate planting, like 6 foot tall evergreen trees fairly close together. We want some good screening right off the bat. But we also want to make sure there's a little room for them to grow. So we're not going to plant them right on top of each other, but we don't want to plant little 2 foot arborvitaes and have it take 10 years to get any decent screening. That's not the intention. Otherwise, implement the goals and objectives of the township's master plan. The master plan calls this area out as neighborhood residential. I also saw from the meeting minutes from last month that you're in the process of possibly consolidating some of these zoning areas and such. And from what I could see, the proposed neighborhood residential zoning district actually matches the requirements of the R3 district. So this should be compatible even with the zoning change, what we're proposing here. So I think that's a positive. The zoning ordinance describes neighborhood residential as intent to enhance residential neighborhoods located in areas of existing extensive infrastructure while encouraging the gentle increase in housing types within this area. I believe a single parcel behind an existing house would meet the classification of a gentle increase. So we do believe it's appropriate here. And 7 is provide a review and approval procedure to assist landowners and developers in understanding and complying with the objectives of this, the ordinance. I do believe the list that was given was very helpful. It definitely did help us kind of tailor this split to make sure that we could do it in as harmonious of a way as possible. I think our initial draft did have us sharing access along that north road, and then we would have had to, widen the entrance to Buttrick there to make that work, and it just would have been way more impactful. So after reading through the requirements for this kind of parcel split, we did try to tailor it to take all these factors into account. So in summary, the homeowners would like to split this property. It is their right under the township ordinance and state law. You obviously have a say in that matter through these criteria, but I do believe we are in compliance with the criteria that are listed. So we hope for your approval tonight.
Thank you. Brent, you want to give staff discussion?
Yes, the applicant gave a very thorough overview of the application request for land division. The property is currently 1.16 acres. As the applicant stated, they're proposing to divide it into 2 separate parcels, creating a new parcel behind the existing single-family home. The lot would have direct access to Buttrick. The new lot would have it through an access easement. It's not proposed to be a shared private road. It would be an access easement to do so. As the applicant stated, they're also proposing some landscaping material along the northern portion of the property. As I stated, there is an existing single-family residential lot. The property would be subject to all township requirements regarding connections to utilities, etc. This property is lot number 2 of Thornwood Point. So that is a platted lot, which means that it was officially divided and formal mapping in the past, which is unlike unplatted lots. There are meets and bounds described, boundary measurements, and directions. So that's like most of the properties north of the river in the more rural areas. The proposed lots, both of the lots, parcels would meet lot area and lot width requirements of the zoning ordinance, which are 15,000 square feet and for the lot area and 100 feet for lot width. If this was to be approved, the garage would have to be removed, the existing detached garage, as well as, this is kind of the horseshoe access to Buttricks that currently exists. There would have to be, the 2 drives could not be connected to each other, because if they were, then that would become a private road with different standards, and the setback requirement would not be satisfied from the new private easement, or from the private road, if it was a private road. That's why that connection would have to be eliminated. And I believe that the applicant's aware of that. There's only sanitary sewer available to the property. There is no water, public water. As the applicant went over in detail, there is review criteria as stated in the zoning ordinance. The zoning ordinance does allow the division of platted lots. We recently added that to the zoning ordinance. Recent, I guess it was 2022 now, but it's been a couple of years, but it's fairly new. So any division needs to meet section 78-525 site plan review, along with section 78-544 land divisions of the zoning ordinance. The standards of section 78-525 are PC site plan review requirements. I am not going to go through all of them, as the applicant is aware of what they are and is noted in the staff report. as well as the standards for section 78-544 for land divisions themselves. After a detailed review of this plan and the zoning ordinance, staff has concluded that this proposed land division does not meet critically important components of this applicable review criteria. I believe that there are 4 items. Most significantly is the proposed land division is not compatible with the adjoining single-family properties, nor with the vast majority of properties in the township that are zoned R3, medium-density, single-family residential. 2, the proposal establishes a development pattern with shallow depth lots along a major public road corridor, unlike other parcels in the area, which have lot sizes and depths similar to the existing undivided parcel. Number 3, the proposal results in an intensification of development in this area, which would result in negative impacts for lot coverage and stormwater runoff. Number 4, the proposal would result in additional traffic and an added roadway curb cut, resulting in potential vehicular conflicts. Due to these items, staff concludes that the proposal does not meet the objective of the township's master plan and will result in a very poor precedent for future land divisions of similar properties within the township. Based on all of that, staff is recommending denial of the requested land division.
Brent, when I look at section 78-244, which outlines the requirements of R3 medium-density housing, section 78-244, paragraph 3, rear yard, there should be a rear yard of not less than 50 feet.
Yes, it is a little unique because we do have something in the ordinance, and it is stated in the memo. I apologize for not addressing that. The proposed rear lot, because it would not abut a public or private road right-of-way for its entire length, we have another provision in the zoning ordinance which requires that setback to be 40 feet around the whole entire perimeter of that property.
Thank you. Thank you, Brent. With this type of application, there's not a public hearing required. I would hope that you would have talked to Eugenia Harding to the north, Dan Diston to the west, and Catherine Gwinnen to the south. Have you done so?
I did, the people to the north are actually in hospice.
Okay.
So, and those are the only people that I did try to contact. I did
Okay.
not try to contact the others.
Okay. You were not able to get a hold of them?
The woman in hospice, no.
Okay.
I did not try to get a hold of the others. My
Okay.
original thought was the parcel to, I believe it's the north, you can see it on the photo there.
Yep.
She is, supposedly she was interested in selling hers as well.
Okay.
And I had originally thought about combining the two.
So your intention on bulldozing the garage, correct?
Yep.
So there's no garage on the house then, or they have another garage?
They do not. The people that are currently living there are the ones that are splitting it off. They just
Right.
can't afford the lots out here with the house that they want to build. So basically, they just want to cut that off so that they can do a new build behind there. So they are going to be selling that house in the front after this is all completed.
Okay.
But-
With no garage, so then the next person's gotta figure out how to build a garage?
Yeah, so in what I was thinking is that they could have, I would just trust Adam better on this one, like where we would put either parking or something.
There's a lot of room on the south side of that house for a garage addition.
And they're not currently parking in the garage anyways. They've got a boat and a bunch of fishing lures and stuff. It's,
I mean, I wouldn't say there's a lot of room. I mean, you've got 45 feet. to do some of your driveway.
yeah,
All right,
currently
either-
using for storage.
Either way, you can have a seat. I do agree, we've been assessing a lot of density within the township. We do talk about increased density south of the river quite a bit. It is our job on the planning commission to try to get creative with developers on how to do that. I'm concerned that this one is purely, hey, this guy just wants to make a buck to go to the back. We're gonna lose a garage. Somebody's gonna need a garage, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to put another garage in here. And we set precedent for all the neighbors to the north that they can start cramming in houses in their backyard. And I think that the planning commission, that's the discussion of, do we wanna set that precedent? And is that I'm just looking at a parcel map here on my phone, trying to, understand the area, and like Brent said, it's comparably sized lots, 1 acre deep. It's a matter of where we want to get creative and how we want to get creative. That's a lot of part of the steering committee, and then some of the other discussions we've been having. I have to agree with Brent on a lot of this one. I don't know if this one makes sense.
And could you explain the platted difference? Like, and how many are there on Buttrick in this vicinity? How many other lots?
Several of these lots, both north and south, are part of this subdivision, essentially, Thornwood Point. And as I mentioned, a platted lot is something that was officially divided, formal mapping, had approval from the state way back when. And so this is lot number 2, with basically the intention of not having these divided in the future. Like the meets and bounds described property they've never been officially divided in the past. So that's why they're described through measurements and directions, et cetera. But this has already been formally divided for certain, so there's, lot 1, lot 2, lot 3, lot 4. It doesn't look like a traditional subdivision per se, since it is along Buttrick, but it is.
Okay, thank you. It helps.
Brett, is there anything that these guys could do that would make it acceptable to us?
In this instance, I don't believe so, because I believe that it would set a poor precedent in the future for similar lots that are similar in size and shape, et cetera. I think in this case, maybe if the configuration somehow could be different instead of front and back. What we're really looking at and have concern about in this is the layout and the configuration and the shape.
My concern is that if this were to go, the precedent, somebody who lives there, maybe somebody's not in hospice, but somebody that's actively living there and has had that an acre parcel, and all of a sudden you have a house looking into their rear lot, and they lose the privacy. I've experienced that firsthand, and it can be very, very, very difficult.
And if it is granted, it would set that precedent for a lot of these other properties, similar properties, to have the potential to divide in the future.
How many of those type of lots are there along Buttrick there?
I'm not certain.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kind of 10 right in there. Then if you go
And
on
that's
the
on
other,
one side of the road, the other side is different?
the other side's a park.
The other side's a park.
Yeah, the other side is.
I didn't get a chance, I usually drive.
Behind it, you've got Thornapple River Drive, which is kind of the same layout. 1 acre. 1 acre deep lots, both sides. And you can see what somebody did down here. There was a bigger lot, and they put in a cul-de-sac. It's this lot, it's this house here. But, you could do that with this lot. You could put a cul-de-sac and, 4 lots there.
Yeah, I think you're speaking of Gaslight, and I believe Angela and Dan were on the planning commission when we did do that, but that was some land assembly. It was a few parcels.
Yeah, you could
much
tell that's a lot
larger,
bigger.
And
5 acres maybe total.
and they assembled several pieces of property.
That's the only thing I thought about here, is if they assembled another piece of property with it and then added the back of the 2 halves, maybe somehow that would work, I don't know. So, but that's.
Yeah, those
that's
lots are
gonna-
0.7 to 1.1.
Yes.
6 of them there. So
And as I
probably
stated, the
5 acres total.
and the minimum is 15,000 square feet
Okay.
in the R3 zoning district.
Even if they parcel it together, that doesn't get us around the setting the precedent, because
Yeah, I know
no
it.
one else is going, especially if the
the folks north are in hospice. I mean, if their neighbors to the south split their lot, I would want to split it.
And as the applicant did give some examples, I mean, what we have to remember, we're not comparing apples to apples.
Yeah, I went through all the examples.
And because we have different zoning districts, different lot sizes, et cetera.
I did call Tom Korth on this one yesterday and chat with him about it as well, and he was against the split. I know you're pondering more here, Dan.
Well, no, what, you know what I'm thinking? Is if you can't win me over, you're sunk. Because, you know, I feel for you, you know, and I believe we need more lots and more, this kind of, housing in Ada, but.
If not here, then where?
Yeah, well, that's the trouble, and I know it. But you know what, you hear what everybody's saying, and I gotta tell you, I think they're right, you know, and believe me, I'm sympathetic to what you guys wanna do, and I believe that we need more affordable, and by affordable, I mean places where middle-class people can live, you know, but I think this is too much of a stretch. I mean, that's my feeling right now, and if I feel that way, believe me, I think everybody else is gonna feel that way or more.
Yeah, I would have wanted to know what the neighbors thought of it for sure, even everybody on that street. It would have been for sure nice to have their feedback here, even them present, I think would be good. Like we did with Holland Home, they had the neighbors present, which I think is good.
I think even if they had the neighbors on both sides that said yes, I'm not sure I'd go along with it.
I still don't think.
It would help a little bit.
Yeah, it would,
That wouldn't change staff's opinion, I just wanted to
Right.
state that.
yeah, I'm sorry, guys, that's my feeling,
I
but.
just have a couple quick things. So I know you said that you think it's just for getting a quick buck. These clients, they actually don't, they're having trouble walking upstairs. They've been there for so long.
Yeah.
So they're not, it's not about the money, it's more because they want to live in the area still. And they're having a hard time finding lots that fit, that they can afford.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to build a ranch, they're not trying to make money on it, they're just trying to make it so that they can still live in the area that they love.
Yeah.
And if that's one of the issues that you have is with the garage, you can always just say, hey, you have to have a garage with,
Could you come to the podium, please?
yeah, sorry. You could ask us to put the garage, make sure that there is a garage there, and we can make sure that that happens too. But it's more of a, I don't know, as long as you heard, it's basically they can't walk up the stairs anymore, they're having trouble with it, they wanna have a ranch so that they can stay in the area that they love, but
Yeah.
I can't find them lots, it's kinda hard to find right now.
Yeah.
And that's why I said that I would kinda take this on and try to help them out.
Right. Yeah, I think the hard thing for us is it's not currently consistent with R3, so then we set precedent, and at what point do we set that precedent? I don't think we're to that point to start setting that precedent.
And just one more thing I'd like to point out, staff did have conversations with the applicant, several different conversations, and they were aware even prior to submitting this application that we said the staff would not support this request.
It's either get them this one or try to move them out to Wyoming or something, and so I figured it was worth trying, because I wanna try to get them a place to live, so.
Yeah.
It was worth it to give it a shot.
So before you do vote, Rob, also since there's 4 members here, and that's the minimum for a quorum, it needs to be either for affirmative or for, either way you vote, either approval or denial, it needs to be for.
Understood. We have to be unanimous,
Yes.
otherwise, yep. Any other comments from the commissioners?
Everything's been said. Alignment.
All right. Somebody like to make a motion?
Would be make the motion that we deny.
Yeah, is it a vote to approve and we vote?
No, you
think we would-
recommend to deny. if
Yeah,
that's what-
we yeah, that's what we'd do. We'd vote to, I make a motion that we deny the request for the land division, based on the discussion we had and the facts and so forth that are in the overview and analysis that we've received for, let's see, 1101 Buttrick Avenue, southeast parcel number 411534-376-14.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is rejected unanimously.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it. You did your homework really well, I will say that. You cited the master plan really well. Yeah. With that, we will move on to our next order of business, the proposed, you guys are free to go too. Yeah. Proposed planning commission meeting schedule for the fiscal year 26 to 27, which is, after this, there was one change that John and I discussed. I believe it was July.
Nope, okay, if I can give an overview.
June. Okay, thank you, Brent.
Yeah.
Oh, you have it noted there.
So yes, we have a proposed fiscal calendar for 2026, 2027. The only change that we're looking at is the meeting in June. It is currently scheduled for June 19th.
18.
Or 18th, excuse me. June 19th is a holiday. Township offices are closed, so we're looking at either June 11th or June 25th, and I believe that staff is favoring June
We
11th.
want to head out to their cottages on the 18th
Correct.
afternoon.
I would favor earlier too, as we're getting into,
I'm out of town the 25th, so I would vote for the 11th.
me too. Holiday, kind of 4th of July.
Yeah,
Is that June 11th?
June 11th.
And all the dates are within the
Okay.
packet.
Yeah, I don't have any concerns moving that.
I'm indifferent.
Between the two dates or with moving it? Or just
Yeah.
all?
I can do, I mean, I don't have plans for Juneteenth, so 11th, 18th, or 25th.
Justin likes all dates in June. I'd vote the 11th.
It's fine with me.
Okay. 11th works best.
So the motion should be you're adopting this plan subject to that meeting date being changed.
Yeah.
All right, so you need a motion?
Yes.
Okay, so I would.
Could
move-
should we just quick look at all the, just to make sure, like, let's just make, there's some other, other federal holiday we're not seeing here. Rest look good to me. Brent, would you change the deadline then as well, or would that stay the
Yes,
same?
the deadline will change as well.
Okay.
And that is noted, I believe, in the application.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't see any issues with that schedule.
I would move to approve the meeting date schedule for the fiscal year 2026, 2027, with one change being June 18th, we'd move to the 11th. And then, I guess that's the motion.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries unanimously for the updated schedule. Any staff reports? Brent,
Nothing.
discussion? Commission member, discussions?
I wasn't available for the last meeting at the joint meeting.
Yeah. I don't think, were you there, Dan?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, you were there?
Oh, wow.
asking about a recap. Yeah, I thought it went well.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
went
it was
well.
good.
Yeah.
Great turnout. Head of the DDA was there as well. I'd say one big takeaway, the survey, there were 38 people that completed the survey out of 4,400 residences and 16,000 people who live here. So we did talk about that a little bit. We need more survey
I do
response.
believe that we were just in contact with Suzanne today, and I believe the survey's up to like 300 and something.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
All right, that's good. Do you know if we'll see we'll probably see that at the next steering committee, I would hope?
I believe so. I believe that the survey was gonna be closed, because we mentioned closing at the, mid-December, or mid-January, which
Okay.
it is now, and I believe either tomorrow, I believe that the survey is closed.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, that was a big discussion. One thing to keep you guys in the loop too, so we've got Suzanne from Progressive who owns it, and then Jacqueline, who's been doing a lot of the work. Jacqueline is resigning due to family reasons, so we're trying to pivot, figure that out right
Yeah,
now.
we just found that out today.
Today. So a little bit of a curveball there.
Yep.
But, yeah, I don't know, you guys give your input. I thought the joint meeting went pretty well.
Very
The
thorough.
board didn't seem like we gave them a heart attack about anything. Seemed in favor with the process and how it's going so far, and
There was one of the lot requirements that you recommended upping from 2 to 3 acres.
yes,
Without-
so Kevin Moran, treasurer, who's on the board, he did want some more data and discussion on it. He was very hesitant about that.
About increasing it.
Yes, he wanted
to
it the
keep it the
same.
And if I can touch on that, we had a meeting yesterday with the consultants, and they have done additional research, et cetera, because they were talking between 2 and 4 and how that's all gonna work out. And that is gonna be taken to the next steering committee meeting for discussion.
Because the thought is, how much does that impact, how many lots, et cetera? So if your lot is already 2, it doesn't matter, your grandfather, and if it's 3, it doesn't matter. Basically, if it's in between 4 and 6. So if you have a 5-acre lot, you could split, then you wouldn't be able to. So essentially, how many lots are in between 4 and 6 acres? That's really what you're looking at. Is it 3 or is it 28?
And is it concern for 6 acre folks, because they could potentially get 3 lots and
Well, they-
only get 2?
Well, they could, yeah, it would, I guess over 6, you can split.
Potentially, I mean, yes.
Potentially, so
Yes.
trying to bucket some of those, hey, I think they're gonna bucket quite a few, like 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5.
And I just looked at that data today, and like I said, it is gonna go to the steering committee.
Where are most of those lots in the township?
That would be,
Most of them-
conservation.
I'd say most of this area that is zoned RR is just north of the river. That's the area, and then we get deeper.
Not your side, the other side of conservation, and then Dogwood, north of Pettis, south of
Then
conservation,
we eventually get to,
Oh, okay, yeah,
that chunk.
got it, yeah.
It would,
Because
west
I'm
of you.
RP1,
Yeah.
you're a 5-acre,
right,
and we're not looking at making any changes to the 5 acre.
Do you know where Blaine lives?
yeah,
So his whole area,
okay.
yeah.
That's the R3.
That's, the 2-acre.
Yeah, the 2 acre, yeah.
Not R3, that's,
Acre, yeah.
that's the RR, rural
RR,
residential zone.
yeah.
Is it Grand Rivers rural residential too, though?
Yes.
That's 3-acre.
No,
No,
Grand River?
I had a 5-acre parcel there.
well,
That's
well, it all depends upon where on Grand
Okay.
River. Some
Up
of Grand River is,
by the Roselle, that's
the one that
3.
goes more,
Up.
up, that is the RP2 zoning district, which is the 3-acre
3,
minimum, yes.
yeah.
But like we denied today, we wouldn't allow somebody to put a house behind a house, like so, right? Like sort of a precedent we didn't want to set. So even though we allow,
I mean, it is a little different once we start talking about the properties to the north, as I mentioned, those are a little different. I mean, here where we're talking about, like today, it was like a platted lot that was already established, and we all understand we want more density here, but it's just not the right spot. It's not within like the PVM overlay district currently, where we're looking at getting the greater density.
Yeah. Yeah, there was discussion on water tables, on traffic density, on
Justin, if you're interested, I believe that, I mean, I know we have the minutes, but I think we could probably have him look at the recording too, if he was really interested in that.
Julius's AI summaries are great. If he I'm sure he had his AI companion with him.
No, it's available. It's not
Yeah.
available as if it were done here. So it's a little harder to follow. You don't see any people, you just hear voices, and some voices you don't hear, but
Yeah.
that's where the.
Julius recorded it, and like he sent me some of his record. I don't know if you've seen him, Dan, but like
Yeah.
he'll have.
Yeah, you
his-
record it and then it comes all AI.
It's all into AI, and it'll spit you out a summary, and then you can jump to certain spots.
Yeah.
You did see the minutes though, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
Yeah, I would say that was the only one that was questioned. And
Wasn't there a request to provide more tables or
Yep.
information too,
And that,
of Suzanne?
and that is gonna be
She
provided.
said she would do that, and I heard.
Mhm.
There's already been discussion of newer audio and things like that, library for other meetings that take place.
Okay.
Something set up like this.
Thank you.
Yeah. Excellent. And will we do one more of those this winter or spring, early spring?
Oh, a joint session?
Yeah.
I don't know if we set an exact date, but yes, that is
Okay.
planned to do again. Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. When does our grant or money run out with Progressive?
I'm not.
I thought it was March. Is it not March?
I don't believe so.
We were hoping to have it.
We were hoping to have this done within a year, I
Okay.
believe.
That's good.
Year and a half, yeah.
Okay.
If we're still under member comment, I'll just share something that was kind of ironic, because you remember when we had the industrial land up here and wanted to put a sports facility there, and I didn't want to do that. And I've got an industrial building, myself, some other guys in Kentwood, and we had a sports facility that wanted to go in there, and Kentwood just changed their I don't know if they changed their zoning or what it was they changed, but they are emphasizing industrial development and are not allowing sports
Really?
facilities.
Oh, so they
Yeah.
suit too.
Yeah, in there, and I thought, oh, how
And that's,
ironic.
and that's Kentwood?
Where
Yeah.
was that facility, do you know?
It was in East Paris.
I work on East Paris.
Yeah, it was in East Paris, not too far from from the Pyramid Building.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
Yeah, there. And, yeah, that was a change they've made.
Interesting.
But I had to laugh when it happened. I go, I got bit by the same thing I've been saying. So, and the trouble is, some of these sports facilities need unique or spaces to be in. And, so it doesn't fit everywhere. So,
All right, if there's no more other commission member staff report, we will open up to public comment. We'll close the public comment and look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Close at 6:22.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brent, private road versus the easement, what's this?
A private road is when more than one dwelling shares